Hi guys, we are going to do our vocab for our next reading story today. So we are on story 27, and if you're in your book, this is going to be on page 418. There we go. All right, so our first word is exact. The map showed the exact place to dig for old bones. So what do you think exact would mean? Yeah, like the specific spot. So if you were looking for some treasure, you wouldn't want to know like maybe where it is. You would want to know the exact spot where it is so you can find it right away. Number two, oh, sorry, my phone keeps sliding. All right, number two, discovered. The old shark's tooth was discovered on a beach. It was found by a scientist. So what would discovered mean? Yeah, discover just means you find something. All right, number three, this remove. The scientists use a brush to gently remove or take away sand. Now, this is one of the ones where they kind of give us the definition in the sentence. They have those commas there. So remove just means to take away something. Number four is growled. The dog growled and barked as it dug up the old bone. What does growled mean? If you have a dog, you probably already know this. Yeah, kind of making like a low, kind of mean sound. They're growling at something. Number five, amazed. The girl was amazed at the size of the dinosaur teeth in the museum. What does amazed mean? Yeah, something kind of surprises us, or we think is super cool, and maybe we weren't expecting something, so we get amazed. Number six, explained. The man explained or told about the dinosaur. Okay, again, we have those commas, so it gives us the definition. So explain just means to tell. So if we're at school and you don't understand something, I might explain it, or I might tell you some more information about it. Number seven is guard. A guard makes sure no one touches anything in the museum. What's a guard? Yeah, someone who kind of protects something. So there might be guards at a jail, there might be guards at a museum. There are all different types of guards. There's even guard dogs. So they're doing the job of a guard. And number eight, this is a tricky word to sound out, souvenirs. He bought souvenirs to remember his day at the museum. So what's a souvenir? I bet a lot of you have probably gotten a souvenir somewhere. Yeah, just something special that you take from a place to help you remember maybe your trip or your vacation, or just being somewhere special. So those are our 8 new words. Now if you want, you can, stay on that page, and I'm going to read the vocab story that's not in your book. And you can decide what you want to do when you hear vocab word. Clap, jump up and down, whatever you want to do. And this one is called Epperson's Icicle. One winter night more than 100 years ago, an 11-year-old boy named Frank Epperson became an accidental inventor at his home in San Francisco, California. Frank was using a stick to mix up a fruity drink by mixing flavored powder with water. Frank got distracted before he ever took a sip, and he left the drink on his back porch. That same night, the temperature dropped and a big freeze hit the city. It was unusual for it to get that cold in San Francisco. But when Frank woke up for breakfast the next morning, his hungry stomach growled like a beast. Did you hear growled? Before he ate, Frank remembered his drink on the porch. He had left it without a guard to watch over it during the night. Did you hear guard? Frank found the drink on the porch in the exact position he'd left it. Exact? Frank reached for it. He discovered it wasn't a liquid anymore. Did you hear discovered? We have a lot of them right here. Frank's drink was frozen solid around the wooden stick he had left in the glass. Frank didn't try to remove the stick. Did you hear remove? Instead, he held it like a handle and slid the icy block out of the glass and gave it a lick. He'd always wondered what the drink would taste like frozen, and now he knew. It tasted great. Frank explained to his friends what had happened and made the icy treats for them. Chair explained. He didn't try to keep the secret of how he'd made the frozen juice on a stick. After all, he'd made it by accident. His friends loved the treats, and he thought everybody else would too. When Frank was older, he decided to sell them. First, he called the frozen lollipop an Epperson Icicle. Later, he changed it to the Epsicle. Finally, when he was grown up with children of his own, he gave it the name we use today, which is popsicle. It was 1905 when Frank left the drink on his porch and invented the frozen juice pop. Today, people in the United States eat hundreds of millions of them every year. There's no museum selling souvenirs or showing pictures of the first Epperson icicle, but it has become one of the favorite hot weather treats in the country. Did you hear souvenirs? Frank was right that they'd be popular, and he'd probably be amazed at just how popular. How many of you guys like popsicles? I love them, especially in the summertime when it's so hot. So kind of a cool story on how popsicles were invented. It was just an accident. All right, I will have another video of our story for the week, and I hope you join me again.